Well, that's different.
Or maybe that's something. Maybe there's something in me that is racist. I don't think he would be banned from anything. I think people would applaud him.
I think you call yourself a racist. I think you got big trouble.
I've been just trying to chime in
Okay,
here for
go ahead,
just a minute.
Angela.
Go ahead.
Just really quickly, Mike, I heard you say some things that sounded racist to me. They didn't sound that different from words I heard used by the President of the United States tonight. You started by bashing the Democratic Convention as a wokeness convention. And once upon a time, not long ago, woke was a very positive thing. It was a way to inspire people to consciousness, to see something they hadn't seen before. Then when you talked about George Floyd and people getting jumped on because it was uncomfortable, imagine what it's like when police lights come up behind someone who's just driving and they're terrified because they're Black. So yes, it may not always be comfortable to have these conversations, but it is imperative to have the conversation. When you also call Black Lives Matter and distinguish between Black Lives Matter and little b versus big B, when there was a whole conversation right after George Floyd about capitalizing the B so we're no longer deemed as inferior, it's triggering to me because I hear you saying that the only way my life can matter is if it stays inferior. Additionally, you use a far right-wing talking point and a trope against BLM by calling them socialists. Those women are my friends and I know them very well, and they're not socialist. So when you say things that sound racist, I'm going to call them racist. It is not to target you. It is not to ensure that you don't get another job, but it is to make you aware of what could be a blind spot because it is dangerous. And because of that rhetoric, they get death threats. Can you understand why that might be troubling to me if they are my friends?
Let me say this. We do have to go because we do have to get to a commercial. But Mike, I'm glad we had this conversation. And I invite you back to have this conversation as often as you are willing to come back to have it. That is the only way we're going to change things. It may feel like a pile on. I don't mean to pile on to you. What I'm trying to do is trying to get us to come to some sort of consensus. Yes, I understand it hurts and that it feels bad. But there are things in everyday life that Angela and I go through that you guys don't go through that feel bad every single day. And it's not just someone calling you out for it. It's things that happen every day, little things. And so those things hurt as well. We're just trying to get you to understand. And guess what? I don't believe in cancel culture. I think you should be commended for having the conversation that you have. I don't believe in canceling people because they make a mistake or for something they did 5 years ago or 10 years ago or whatever, or even something they did and they apologize for it and they're truly sorry for it. I don't believe in that. So the whole cancel culture thing, listen, and people painting you with racist and you won't be allowed on a network, I think that's BS. So listen, my brother, come back and talk about this and let's meet wherever you say we can meet and have this conversation. And I think that's what every American should do. I don't judge you for this conversation. I don't think poorly of you. I think better of you for it. And he went away.
Sorry, he left. See you.